Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Jackie Jackson, real name Sigmund Esco Jackson, entered the world on May 4, 1951, under St. Mary's Control Emergency Clinic in Gary, Indiana. This occasion unintentionally happened on his mom Catherine's 21st birthday, denoting an exceptional connection between mother and child from the very outset. It was Jackie's granddad, Samuel Jackson, who tenderly gave him the moniker Jackie, a name that would resound with music fans overall. Gary, Indiana, where Jackie and his kin spent their young lives, was a clamoring steel factory town found south of Chicago. Regardless of the town's modern setting, the Jackson family resided in an unassuming two-room house where they shared crowdedness and made getting through recollections. Their dad, Joseph Joe Jackson, worked in the steel factory by day and sought after his energy for it. Music around evening time playing in an R&B band called the Hawks close by his sibling Luther. In the meantime, Catherine, a sincere Jehovah's Witness, mixed the family with musicality, playing the clarinet and piano under Joe Jackson's heading. The melodic gifts of Jackie and his siblings Tito and Jermaine, they were developed right off the bat. The development of the Jackson siblings denoted the beginning of their melodic excursion with more youthful kin. Marlon and Michael contributed percussion abilities. It was Catherine who originally perceived Michael's unprecedented ability to sing, provoking Joe to assign him as the lead vocalist of what might turn into the Jackson 5 by 1964. The Jackson family hummed with action as the siblings determinedly practiced after school. Directed by Joe's focused methodology for perceiving their potential, Joe considered music to be a pathway for the family to rise above the limits of Gary, Indiana. Jackie affectionately recognizes his mom's vital job, acknowledging her relentless help as instrumental to the gathering's arrangement, which Catherine frequently orchestrated with her children, adding profundity and lavishness to their melodic undertakings with a surprisingly limited ability to focus. Jackson 5 arose as an expert, catching the consideration of Moan Records, marking with the famous name in 1968. Their climb from humble starting points to global fame was filled by ability, commitment, and a familial security that saturated each note they sang. Jackie's commitments rose above simple vocalization close by his siblings. He remained a Coca-Cola artist, lending his voice to the agreeable embroidery of their sound past the domain of vocals. Jackie's ability reached out to movement, where he assumed a huge part in making the gathering's unmistakable dance moves, which would proceed to spellbind crowds overall among the distinguished Jackson siblings. Jackie had the most noteworthy and lightest normal singing and talking voice, separating him as a novel ability inside the family. His profession started in the midst of the hair-raising ascent of the Jackson 5, where he loaned his vocal artfulness to famous tracks. For example, I Need You Back in a BC. Enchanting crowds with his melodic commitment as the Jackson 5 progressed into the Jacksons in 1976, Jackie's job extended to displaying his diverse abilities as both an entertainer and lyricist, teaming up intimately with his siblings. Jackie raised his noticeable quality inside the gathering by quite adding a lead vocal close by Michael on the graph. His sensation had a ball, and his inventive ability prospered as he co-put down 6 collections with epic accounts, adding to the gathering's melodic inheritance all through the legendary years. Jackie's voice went through a change, embracing a lower tenor vocal style that highlighted his flexibility as a craftsman. His cooperative endeavors with Michael birthed worldwide hits. For example, Might You at Any Point Feel It, hardening his height as an imposing power in the music business as Michael sought after a performance vocation. Jackie expected a more prominent and noticeable quality inside the gathering, accepting lead vocal obligations on tracks like Stand By from the 1984 collection Triumph and sticking to the single Torment anyway. Misfortune struck in 1984, when Jackie experienced a knee injury during practices for the Triumph visit in spite of the difficulty. Jackie exhibited strength, making a victorious revisitation of the stage for the visit's last leg in December 1984, following Michael's takeoff from the gathering and Marlon's resulting exit in mid-1985. Jackie, along with Tito and Randy, changed into meeting artists, singers, and makers, further displaying their aggregate melodic ability. The progression of Jackie Jackson's voice affirmed his unrivaled ability and versatility as a vocalist and lyricist, from his fleeting levels with the Jackson 5 to his groundbreaking commitments during his incredible years and past. Jackie's process typifies the quintessence of advancement and versatility. Criticism in music, his permanent blemish on the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons stays carved in the chronicles of music history. In the last part of the 1980s, the music scene saw the resurgence of the Jacksons, an unbelievable gathering that made a permanent imprint on the business. In 1987, they caused disturbances with their signature tune for the movie Robber. While it didn't take off to the highest-rated spot in the US, it found its position in the hearts of fans in Belgium. Denoting an unobtrusive accomplishment for the gathering's get-together, their process went on as they loaned their amicable voices to prepare Hawkins' collection opportunity in late 1988, exhibiting their persevering through ability and adaptability. Anyway, it was their last collection as a gathering, 2300 Jackson Road, that undeniable a huge second in their vocation, in spite of the snappy single Nothing That Looks At to You. The collection neglected to cause disturbances on the diagrams, flagging a change for the gathering individuals. Following the collection's delivery, every sibling set out on performance attempts, with Jackie started to lead the pack in seeking after individual ventures. In 1989, he uncovered his second independent collection, which earned consideration with tracks like Stay and Group influencing the R&B graphs. Jackie's independent endeavors displayed his particular style and melodic ability, laying the foundation for his performance vocation. The years that followed saw Jackie's proceeded with commitment to music and business. In 2001, he joined his siblings for a significant presentation at Michael's 30th commemoration, extraordinary, reaffirming their security and melodic inheritance. In this way, Jackie dug into the business side of the business, establishing Jesco Records and Futurist Diversion in 2002, making way for the arising ability to flourish, not content to settle for the status quo. Jackie and his family ventured into the spotlight by and by with the Truth series, The Jacksons: A Family Line, in 2009, giving fans a brief look into their dynamic lives. In 2012, they left on their most memorable visit in almost 30 years, dazzling crowds with their ageless hits and zapping exhibitions. Jackie's impact stretched out past his own music as he sustained a rising ability through his record marks. In 2017, he marked the inventive pair Gold Lemonade and Craftsman DBL, displaying his sharp eye for ability and obligation to molding the fate of music. Next, we welcome you to investigate his home, now loft in Las Vegas, settled close to the energetic LV Strip in Las Vegas. This two-room, one-bedroom dwelling place flaunts a roomy overhang, possessing a liberal 863 square feet of first-rate property. The kitchen is a sight to see, including a tiled backsplash, solid hardwood counters, smooth-tempered steel machines, and overhauled white cupboards decorated with treated steel equipment. Add a dash of tastefulness supplemented by recessed lighting and nursery windows that mix the space with normal light inside. The condo oozes warmth and comfort with its covered and overlay-covered floors all through. Both bedbombs are furnished with roof fans enhanced with lights, guaranteeing solace and accommodation all year. Arranged on the second floor, the unit offers occupants a quiet retreat away from the rushing about underneath. Past its enchantment inside, the apartment building brags a host of local area conveniences intended to advance occupants' lives. Allure on sweltering mid-year days, welcoming unwinding, and amusement on location. Clothing offices ease the problem of off-site trips, while a bar-grill region gives an ideal setting for get-togethers and open-air feasting encounters in Jackie Jackson's loft. Current solace and comfort merge with local area fascinate, offering a genuinely welcoming residing space close to the core of Las Vegas generosity. Jackie Jackson, a given donor, finds her most prominent wellspring of pride in her unselfish undertakings, especially in supporting causes and helping those in need. Her devotion has been instrumental in raising significant assets, adding up to several $1 million to support research endeavors pointed toward fighting sicknesses, for example, malignant growth and diabetes. Besides, his plays had an urgent impact in drives tending to kid vagrancy in Africa, initiating effective missions that have made substantial contrasts in the existence of weak populations lined up with her enthusiasm for magnanimity. Jackie effectively connects as a load-up individual from the Philanthropic Association. Thanks for watching this video.